Oh, what a night you'll be in store for on Thursday, October 5th, 2017. Jot that date down, circle your calendars, because Jersey Boys is coming to Concord, to the Capitol Center for the Arts. And here to talk about it, the marketing manager for Capitol Center for the Arts, Lynne Sabean, and the assistant executive director, Joe Gleason. And we welcome you. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Ken. Happy to be here.
Pleasure to be here as always, Ken.
I know. It's very rare that I am here, so I'm glad that you're able to come in on a day that I was actually here in the studio. But at any rate, that is great news that the national tour of Jersey Boys is going to be at the Cap Center on October 5th. That's going to be a great night, because I know from playing oldies on the radio for many years how many people love the Four Seasons and Frankie Valli, and it's just a great show, and I'm sure it's going to be a sellout very quickly.
Yeah, all that music is familiar to everyone of a certain age, which is pretty much anything from 20 on up, I think.
Yeah. Oh, no question. Yeah, absolutely. And, well, I mean, you can just tell by the way the show has been received for many years now. I mean, they're still packing the house wherever they go, and it's just an amazing show. If you've never seen it, it is a terrific show. So pretty exciting stuff, Lynn, right?
Yeah, and coming right to Concord. Save the trip to New York City.
That's it. Save a lot of money and see just as good a show on the national tour without question. And Jersey Boys, Thursday, October 5th, 2017, 7:30 p.m. And tickets still available for that?
Well, yes. Actually, they haven't gone on sale
Oh,
yet.
well, then, okay. then they would be available.
But,
Great seats still available.
Great seats still available. Okay, good.
But you don't have long to wait. Our Open House and BBQ, which I know we're going to talk about a little bit later, is coming up on May 24th.
All right. Very soon. Very, very soon. Now, last time around, I wasn't here, but Ella the Pearl Monroe was, and I know you talked about the Capitol Arts Festival that took place. Capitol, and I guess it was a great success.
We did, and she's here with us today, so she's going to keep me honest in every single comment I said. As you said, the last episode of Curtain Call was devoted to it, and we had people from inside Concord and the Concord Chamber coming in to talk about it. I did want to thank everybody who came out for it, wrote about it, sponsored it, or otherwise participated in it. And Joe was very instrumental in putting it together, and he can probably tell you listeners a little bit about what went into it, as well as day of the event logistics.
I've tried to forget about it already, but no, it was a great event. Perfect for downtown Concord. The rain didn't slow us down that much. We did have to change the time on the second performance of Squonk Opera, but everything still went off, and people were filling the shops, the restaurants. So I know the merchants were pretty busy and hopefully happy about all that traffic. The show was great, like you said, and then we had Justin McKinney that evening at the Capitol Center. So there were 23 different organizations that participated in one way or another, whether it was everything from Red River doing a children's show that morning, to the regular slate of films, to the Historic Society doing free guided tours, the State House. I can't forget about the Concord Community Music School. They brought hundreds of performers down for their annual performathon, which a bit of bad luck on their part with their water leak that caused some damage to their building. Gave us an opportunity to reschedule their performathon on Capitol Arts Fest Day. So it was good came out of a little bit of bad news, but everybody, I think, had a great time.
Well, I know, and I've heard from people who did attend and had a great time, despite the fact that the weather was a little bit on the iffy side, but that didn't deter anyone from coming out. And you said the second show of the Squonk Opera, was it canceled or postponed? Or?
No, it was postponed for roughly 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Then the weather broke. We were watching the forecast carefully as we could, and we had a window of time. We managed to squeeze the performance in, and the people that braved the rain, there were about 150 or so standing there in the rain waiting for it to stop. and they were very well rewarded as a result. So.
All right. Well, that is great news. And I know Justin McKinney, who was on our segment a couple of shows back, was outstanding. Heard from some people who actually were in the audience that night, and said that he was very, very funny.
And he brought lots of new material.
New material.
As he promised.
That he did. And I understand they had a reception for him after that over across the street at one of the local restaurants. So that was great as well. So lots of things happening. And I have with me the 2017-18 season preview. Mm-hmm. And that is a beautiful brochure, which I guess has just recently been mailed out.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, we sent it out to about 25,000 Capital Center for the Arts patrons. If for some reason yours hasn't come yet, or you are not a patron, you can go to issuu.com. That's spelled ISSUU.com. Look for a Capital Center for the Arts. You can see the brochure, browse it, download it.
And you can also just get that directly from our website. Right at the top, there's a special link for grabbing that brochure directly from ISSU. So
terrific. Or can you stop by the Capital Center and pick one up?
Always. We have them right outside our box office.
All right. Yeah. Well, people can get them instantly. If they're downtown right now, just stop in and pick one up and make your plans to see some terrific performances at the Capital Center for the Arts in downtown Concord. And this happens to be a very busy weekend at the Cap Center.
It sure is. Tomorrow night we have Who's Bad, a Michael Jackson tribute band. And your patient listeners will have an opportunity to win a set of tickets at the end of the show, one lucky listener.
And that's for tomorrow night?
That is for tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, Saturday night rather, we have a show called Sex Tips for Straight Women from a Gay Man. That is at 8 o'clock p.m. Half an hour before that, we have a salon series where we bring in practicing artists and people can get to meet them and talk with them and find out about their artistic process. This time we have Martin Phillip, who is a writer, and he's also a bread baker with King Arthur
Flour.
Yeah. And that is a sold-out performance.
Wow.
And then Sunday we have Tape Face, and if you've looked at New Hampshire Weekend in the Union Leader today, you'll see him right on the front cover.
And there you go. And they have a talk with Tape Face.
And considering that he's a mime, that is
a little one-sided, but I think he got his point across.
But I guess so. But if you've never seen Tape Face, pick up the Union Leader today in the New Hampshire Weekend section. They have that Tape Face on the front of New Hampshire Weekend, and on the back, lots of events listed from the Capital Center for the Arts. So.
Yeah, these are pretty much all shows that you can get starting at our open house on Wednesday, May 24th, if the shows are not on sale already. And as Joe said, you don't have to wait very long for that. We invite you listeners to come on down. We're going to have the barbecue going. You can meet our staff, and you can get your pick from the best available seats for these shows on the first night that they're available to the general public.
Oh, that is fabulous. So that's May 24th?
May 24th.
May 24th. Meet the staff. Have something off the grill. Be a great time. Buy some tickets to some upcoming shows, because tickets to shows, in my opinion, make great gifts.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they really do, and I knew you would agree. I knew you'd agree with that, Joe.
Of course.
But they do. I mean, I always am happy when I can give somebody the gift of the theater in some way, or a gift of music in some way, and it's just such a great gift to give, and the recipient is happy, and it works out.
Well, if your listeners aren't sure on whether a particular show is appropriate, we also have gift cards that the recipient can then come to our box office or go online and pick the show they want.
Great idea. Yeah. A great idea. And Tape Face coming up on Sunday. And tickets available for that?
Yep, still available.
Yep.
Still available for maybe not after this article today, though, and this show.
They're going fast, so if somebody's interested, they should contact our box office right away, because there's no guarantee that the seats they want are still going to be available on Sunday.
That's true. Very true. Now, George Thorogood and the Destroyers coming up on Sunday, June 4th.
Just a few weeks from now, and your listeners may have heard some of the ads on the Pulse and the Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, and George Thorogood, I know, puts on an outstanding show, without question. He's a big baseball fan. I remember one time Peter St. James did an interview with George Thorogood on another radio station that was based in this building years ago, and all he wanted to talk about was baseball. But when he gets on stage, he is just a dynamo.
We had a woman contact us by Facebook who was a mega fan of George Thorogood. She had seen him 18 years ago, had front row seats. This time she's got second or third row seats, but for the performance on June 4th, and she is really looking forward to coming again. And I think there's a lot of longtime fans that are looking forward to this show, and new generations of fans are getting turned on to his music because it's just so good. And it's
absolutely.
timeless.
Absolutely. It really is. And gaining in popularity, I think. George Thorogood and the Destroyers Sunday, June the 4th. And then 1 week from that, America will be in town.
The 1970s super band.
Yeah.
Another lovely classic rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I'm a 70s guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
For me, Ventura Highway, Horse with No Name, all of those songs, the classics. I mean,
Sister Golden Hair.
I listen to them now. So.
Sure, of course you do. I think, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And they're great. They are timeless as well.
I think there's just something about going to a show where you know just about everything that they're going to play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That feeling of familiarity.
Everybody's singing along and dancing and tapping their feet, and it's they know the lyrics, or at least they think they do.
And now the cell phones, the smartphones instead of the lighters. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, exactly. So America, June 11th, what's the ticket availability for America?
Tickets are still available, but like George Thorogood and Tapeface, don't count on being able to go to the box office the night of the show and get the tickets that you want. Get them as quickly as possible.
Yep. Buy them in advance. That's the best way to go, so you won't be shut out, won't be disappointed when you walk up to the box office the night of the show and you find out that all the tickets are gone. But so buy in advance. And David Blaine coming in the not-too-distant future.
Oh, well, what can you say about him? He's his close-up magic and his big endurance stunts. I think he holds several world records now.
Oh yeah.
He's a crazy person. But the chance to see him, in New Hampshire in person, I don't think this opportunity is going to come around very often. He's on a North American tour that's fairly limited. Theaters of our size, he likes playing to a more intimate crowd than going into a big arena, and we're excited to have him here. Still working out some details on a couple of the things, whether our stage can hold the weight of a certain trick. I know we'll have it solved here in the next few days, but there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes to get these shows into our buildings, especially our historic buildings like the Capitol Center.
Oh, sure. Absolutely so. And everybody is relatively close at the theater, and it's just a great setting for any event. And to see someone like David Blaine up close and personal like that is really going to be an exciting night. And that is Sunday, July 2nd. So lots of things happening at the Capitol Center for the Arts, beautiful theater, ccanh.com for more information. And I understand a couple of new shows have recently been announced.
Oh, pointing to me again. Okay. Oh. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy to talk. So we've got two great shows that are on sale right now. Alton Brown, Eat Your Science. And if you know anything about the Food Network, Alton Brown, he's an author. He's got cookbooks out there. He's an Iron Chef. He hosts Cutthroat Kitchen. He's funny as anything. And what I like about him is he explains why your food turns out a certain way when you're cooking it. It's like, I want that chewy chocolate chip cookie. And he explains the science behind it, which I find fascinating. And then I let someone else make them.
Exactly.
So that's one of them. That's November 1st. I can't remember what day of the week that is.
That is sure to pack them in without question. Anybody who's on the Food Network, and especially him.
Yep.
So what could you expect to see from Alton Brown in a show with him?
Well, He is a born entertainer, I think. So it's not just cooking.
Right.
There's audience participation, of course. And then apparently there's giant puppets. There's even more puppets than the last tour that he did. So he's
okay.
and he's a musician too. So he's got a guitar and he's a little bit of everything.
He's the whole package.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great night, November 1st. So plan in advance for that one. And I also see the return of Lewis Black, who's been there before, I know, at the Cap Center.
Yep, Lewis Black. It's a 7 o'clock on a Sunday, October 15th. Tickets, I think, just went on sale to members today and on sale to the public tomorrow at 11 a.m. So we do expect that one to move really fast. So if you're interested in great seats for that, just jump on there at the website, ccanh.com, as quick as you can.
Because he's been at the Capitol Center at least twice before, I think, hasn't he? Yeah.
He has, and we've had people that have gone to see him before that were standing in line this morning more than an hour before the show.
Really?
Before our box office opened.
Wow. Wouldn't you love to be that popular someday, That people are actually standing in line to see you?
Doesn't that happen every time you come into work, Ken?
Yeah.
I had to pass a gauntlet of groupies out at the entrance to the radio station.
But no, Lewis Black, great comedian, will be October 15th at the Capitol Center for the Arts, which I believe is a Saturday night, if I'm correct.
It's a Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. It's a Sunday. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Sunday night, the 15th. Okay, Lewis Black in town once again. So don't forget about the free open house now coming up at the Capitol Center for the Arts, May 24th, which will be next Wednesday. What are the hours?
6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8. All right, very convenient.
Buy tickets.
I'll leave here at 5.
Learn more about the shows. We'll have some videos running, video clips of the upcoming performances.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Plus free food. What's not to love about that?
Okay.
So
you get a chance to meet the staff, too. You meet Joe Gleason. You meet Lynne Sabean. And these people come to life at the open house on May 24th from 6 to 8.
Because we sound so dead on the radio? Is that what you're saying?
I know. No. We should do a lucky ticket giveaway for the open house barbecue, and the winner gets to stay afterwards to help the staff clean up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You get to see the glamorous side of showbiz.
There you go.
Oh, the phones will be ringing for that one.
Yeah.
Off the hook. But again, want to remind folks that tomorrow night, the Michael Jackson Tribute Band, Who's Bad? That should be a lot of fun.
This is the kind of show that not only are we selling it, but the staff themselves, a lot of them have tickets for the show.
Really? Yeah.
I think that says a lot about the caliber of performances that we have coming in.
But it's going to be the kind of night where you probably know most of the music that's going to be played.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing.
Exactly. And you'll see it done the way that you expect it to be seen.
Yeah. Right. Now, are there like dancers on stage, or what's it going to be like?
There are, and again, we had somebody on Facebook who contacted us wanting to know if he could dance on stage with the performers, and unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But Michael Jackson, he's just so iconic that the people are just so excited about seeing him, even if it's through a tribute band.
Well, that's going to be a great night tomorrow night, and tickets still available for that.
They are.
Yes.
And you could win a free pair momentarily here from the Pulse. So anything else that you would care to add before we have to wrap things up?
I would say just going through our 2017-18 season, we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up on Saturday, October 28th. Evil Dead the Musical. This is the show that we had scheduled last year, and then the company putting it together had a scheduling conflict, so we had to reschedule for this year. And we just think it's going to be an absolute blast. And on Halloween weekend, how much better can you get?
Oh, that's right.
And it
Saturday night.
It contains mature content, too. So you know Ella the Pearl Monroe is going to be there.
Yeah.
If it contains mature content. And lots of things. Cabaret is coming, too.
Yes.
It's exactly a year from today.
Today's
the 18th, May 16th. I'm sorry.
We did put something on our Facebook page on the 16th saying you may have seen it in the brochure. Just wanted you guys to remind you that it's next year, not this year.
Yeah, right. And Temptations coming in October. Mm-hmm. That's great. Temptations, and man, oh man, they are fantastic, and just a great lineup. So you can pick up this brochure if you'd like to stroll by the Capitol Center for the Arts. Buy a few tickets. I'm sure you'll have some available as well at the open house.
Oh yes,
next Wednesday between 6 and 8 p.m. with the barbecue, and might want to stick around for the cleanup afterward. I don't know, but why not? Why not? It's a great community event. And it'll be next Wednesday, free open house, Capitol Center for the Arts, 6 to 8 p.m. So I want to thank you both.
Thank you, Ken.
We do have a ticket giveaway.
We do. I think people are starting to call in already from what I can see. So we'll take caller number 3 for a pair of tickets for tomorrow night's performance. Who's Bad? The Michael Jackson tribute band. Should be a fantastic show. And if you would like a pair of free tickets, courtesy of the Capitol Center for the Arts, all you have to do right now is be caller number 3. Look at those lines like a Christmas tree.
There they are.
1-866-823-1077 is the number, but I guess I didn't even have to tell you. Lynne Sabean, Marketing Manager, Capitol Center for the Arts, as always, thank you. And Joe Gleason, Assistant Executive Director, great to see you as well.
Thank you, Ken.
All right. And I believe we already have a winner, so
right.
I guess no more calls are necessary, but it should be a great show. And again, thank you both, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
You will.